So with that, I'm going to get out of the way and introduce the creator of Sysdig, the founder and CEO of the company, Loris Degioanni.
Thank you, Purva. Can you hear me? Is the mic? Okay, great. Welcome to Sysdig Camp-Con-World-Fest-Summit. I think I cannot even say it. I think that was my goal for the day, saying the name of the conference right. I will have to practice more. I'm very happy and very proud to have you guys to our little conference. When I started working on Sysdig a couple of years ago in the spring of 2014, I was definitely not expected anybody to really pay attention to it. So being here now with you guys, spending a day with us, makes me really happy and proud. I have 10 or 15 minutes just to give a welcome for the conference. I wanted to do it in a way that is maybe a bit different and can bring a bit of value to people. So I decided to do a short history of Sysdig in 7 command lines, so that every command line can be something useful that you guys can bring with you. Before doing that, a little bit of bragging. We just passed the million downloads of Sysdig from our repository. Sysdig can be gotten from... Yeah. So thank you guys for being part of this, but the user base is growing, and it's pretty remarkable to reach such a milestone. So, command line number 1, back in 2014 when I started working on Sysdig, the basic idea was I come from years and years of working with networking tools, in particular TCP dump and lib pickup originally, and then Wireshark. So one thing that I always wondered is, can you apply the same principles, in particular the ability to take trace files, the ability to have a well-known filtering language to go through the data. So this kind of basic workflow that I was used to and I contributed creating for the network, can it be applied to host, system, and application troubleshooting? So the first command line is basic Sysdig, where you can launch the tool and filter by, for example, FD type, and you can get essentially the network activity, but in the context of the process. So not only you see what's sent and received on the network, but you can also see which process is doing that. This is something that has always been painful in the network world, so it's something that essentially I built to solve a pain that I personally had. In August 2014, we released a chisel called LSOF. Chisels, you'll see many of them during the day, but are Lua scripts that you run on top of the Sysdig stream. And LSOF is like a less known application of Sysdig that allows you essentially to get an output very similar to LSOF, so the file descriptors that are open, but essentially do it at any arbitrary point in time. So for example, this command line shows you the output of LSOF for a specific process called my app, and essentially when this process exits, which I find very useful because it's a nice way to find file descriptor leaks or something that your process has left hanging when it comes out. So the ability to synchronize the listing, the file descriptors with a specific point in time can be a useful application of Sysdig. In January 2015, we released what people call it with different names, but we called it a spectrogram. So it's like a console-based visualization where you can display latencies or times on the horizontal axis and the time that is occurring on the vertical axis. And this gives you these charts that give you an at-a-glance view of latencies, different types of latencies. and look pretty cool, especially when you run them just in an SSH shell, because this is just based on NC characters. We support them in Sysdig, and we support them also in Sysdig. So there's a chisel for that, which is called spectrogram. So if you just run this command line, you will see it appear on your shell. In February 2015, we also announced support for containers. So Sysdig was essentially the first tool around both command line or non-command line that was actually allowing meaningful introspection in containers. In particular, this is a chisel, for example, that shows the top processes with the container context with the PC flag. So essentially, you will see the processes on the machine, but you will also be able to see which containers those processes belong. And this is essentially done by doing the matching of processes and process IDs with namespaces and C groups. In June 2015, we launched Sysdig, which is our Sysdig-based top or HTOP. So it's a way to consume the data that Sysdig extracts in a way that is a bit more, let's say, user-friendly and interactive. This is how I consume the Sysdig data 90% of the time, because you have nice customizable tables that cover different aspects of what you want to see in your system. In July 2015, we announced something that is not command line. It's Sysdig Cloud. It's our distributed tool. So Sysdig Cloud leverages the same data set as Sysdig, in particular system calls and the other system events that Sysdig uses, but it tries to create essentially an end-to-end performance visualization of your network and collect metrics and offer a powerful analytics engine. In November 2015, we also announced Kubernetes support in all of our tools. So this command line here, essentially, as you can see, allows you to connect to a Kubernetes master. And at that point, both Sysdig and Sysdig, and also Sysdig Cloud, of course, are able to put these, the information coming from the Kubernetes topology in the context of the system calls or the visualizations that Sysdig is able to offer. And for example, show the top pods on the machine, or show the services or the namespaces, and allows you to drill down into the details and go essentially from the namespace to the container. This is a feature that has been extremely popular since launch, essentially. Similarly, in April 2016, we announced Mesos integration. Very similar. There's the -m flag in the command line, and then you can provide the addresses of the Mesos master. And at that point, you have similar metadata coming out and you're able to correlate it with the Sysdig stream. There's a lot of stuff, of course. These are just 7 examples. But in particular, during the spring and summer, we kept working hard. And 2 things that we announced recently are Sysdig Falco, which is a security and anomaly detection engine built on top of the Sysdig data. We will have a couple of sessions on Sysdig Falco. It's pretty interesting the way you can apply system calls to do security-based anomaly detections, especially when you can do that in the context of containers or in the context of your orchestration. And the other thing that we're going to touch in a session today, I'm actually going to do the session, is tracers. And that's another very interesting and fun application of our system, where you can essentially do some kind of tracing and interject application or user markers inside the stream of events, and then do fun stuff in terms of measuring and filtering and extracting data based on that. What to expect today? So first of all, let me thank our speakers, both the guest speakers, like Brendan, Adam, and Matthew Garrett. So please, a round of applause for them. These are all work-class guys, and we will all learn a lot from them. And also, of course, our Sysdig team members that are going to give the hands-on sessions. So Gianluca Borello, Luca Marturana, and Mark Sten. As Apura was mentioning, some of the sessions are hands-on and there are files to download. So this here is the link where you go to download your files. And of course, the Sysdig team, there are few people from the Sysdig team here, including myself. We're here to help you, but especially to know you and to learn from you. So don't be shy and come talk to us. In a general way, we're here to get our hands dirty. So this is, command line, system level, container, troubleshooting. So, you can expect today to leverage your low-level skills and hopefully make them better. So our goal today is helping you to go from like this to this. So welcome, and let's get this started. Thank you.